Hello and thank you for joining the midweek edition of Journalist Hangout, reaching you from our studio here in Abuja, the capital of Nigeria, Ayodele Ozubakun. Today on the program, legendary singer Onyeka Onwenu dies at 72 after performance in Lagos. Court restrict protesters to freedom and peace parks in Lagos, as federal government warned against violent protests and declares prison red zones. FCT residents besiege markets and banks ahead of protests. I'll be hanging out with Babajide Kolade Otitoju and Adewale Adeoye. So if you're ready, let the hangout start now. Thank you for staying with us. Let's begin by paying tribute to one of Nigeria's most iconic singers, Onyeka Onwenu, who died at the age of 72 in Lagos. The late singer, songwriter, actress, journalist, political activist, popularly known as Elegant Stallion, died at a performance in Lagos. Let's share the final moment of her life with you as she dazzled till her last breath.
Guys, legendary Nigerian singer Onyeka Onwenu has passed away. She passed away at the age of 72. It was reported that the legendary singer slumped and died after performing at a party in Lagos, Nigeria. The music icon reportedly passed on Tuesday night, July 30th, 2024, at the Reddington Hospital, Lagos, Nigeria. She was 72 years old, and according to sources close to the family, Onyeka Onwenu was attending the 80th birthday party of Mrs. Stella Okoli of Emzor Pharmaceuticals when she took to the stage to perform. After her performance, she returned to her seat and suddenly she slumped. She was rushed to Reddington Hospital in Lagos, where she was later pronounced dead. The reason she slumped was
Julie, our final moment, it was indeed the birthday of Mrs. Okoli, the owner of Emzor. Yes. And she performed, and I saw her on stage. It's all over, it's online.
She still showed those footworks. And you would want to ask whether she was actually 72, because I saw her dancing, you know, showing those footworks. As a young woman, she was known for electrifying performances on stage. She had stagecraft. She could sing. She was just generally talented. Many people would not know that she actually started off as a journalist. And she had been doing gospel songs since the 70s. But it was in the early 80s that she became famous. I remember as a secondary student seeing her sing with Chris Okotie, and both of them were locked in a passionate kiss, mouth-to-mouth kiss, while performing. I'd never seen anything like that. That memory
Chris Okotie.
Yes. No, Chris Okotie of
the pastor.
Yes.
Okay.
Both of them were singers at that time. Chris Okotie was popular with the song "I Need Someone," and Onyeka was the undisputed lady of songs at that time. So she started as a journalist. She's a fantastic documentary maker, fantastic producer, and she did one of the most memorable documentaries about Nigeria, where she talked about Nigeria as a squandering of riches. That was the title of the documentary, A Squandering of Riches, talking about how we have been having missteps since independence, how Nigeria had been doing badly as a country. So by the time she applied herself fully to music, she just reached for the top. There are so many songs. If we are to discuss her, we need a whole program.
Remember that collab with King Senadi?
Yes, 35 years ago in 1984. And that song was meant to teach Nigerians about the value of safe sex and planned parenthood, so that you don't just go and be bearing children that you do not have the resources to take good care of.
No be joke.
So it's unfortunate that we've lost her. I always remember this, I think, is the last moment. This party.
This
that's
party,
what they are just showing us. I always remember her spat with NTA, her former employers. They were playing her songs and they were not paying royalty. So she got angry, condemned them, and for that reason, they even actually blacklisted her. She then embarked on a hunger strike.
I remember
in front of NTA.
It was long.
Around year 2000, and ultimately they settled the matter out of court. But her song, there was a song that she wrote that NTA was using to close their channel for 8 uninterrupted years. It was a song on Yagogo or something.
Yagogo.
That song.
Channel
5. 8 years. 8 years. Because that song was written in 1992 and they continue to play it. Onyeka tried to contest, tried to become local government chairman in her state. On 2 different occasions, she was defeated. She couldn't win. But I felt that it was a mistake to not give her that kind of chance. No. If somebody who had been that successful decided to go and contest at local government level, it's the sort of change that we've been asking for. We can't all go and start as governors. But an accomplished person felt like serving people at the grassroots, at the real grassroots level. But on 2 occasions, she was denied. You know, perhaps they didn't like her guts. But whichever way we look at it, Onyeka Onwenu was a highly successful musician, actress. She just had so much talent. Watch any of the movies that she took part in, Nollywood movies. You will see that she had the natural ability to act. I just pray that God would console by himself his young family and console those of us who genuinely love him. Maybe when we will have more time, maybe during the weekend, we can look at her life again, because she was a really successful woman.
Wale?
Well, my heart goes to the family of Onyeka Onwenu and Nigerians and Africans, because she was a talented singer, a music icon, who lived a good and successful life. And now our glorious life is worth more than an age without a name. She died at 72, but I think she left a legacy that will remain on the footsteps of time. Is somebody that will never be forgotten so soon. And I think if you look at her life, she had a tragic background. You know, her father died when she was about 4 years old. Her father was in the House of Rep, was in NCC, and was about to be made Minister of Education. 2 weeks before that time, she died in an auto crash. So she was left with a mother that had to raise 5 children. Unfortunately, because of the issues of women's rights in our community, the mother was not allowed to inherit the property of her late husband. So she had to fend for those 5 children alone. So, but in spite of that difficulty, she rose, you know, among this cloudy background to become a star that is reckoned with all over the world. So I think she's somebody that we are really going to miss so much, and I wish the family the strength to shoulder this huge cross. She was a great person that history will never forget her so soon.
All right. The upcoming protests has continued to garner divergent views from several stakeholders in the country. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Abbas Sajudeen, has appealed to organizers of the nationwide protests, especially Nigerian youths, to drop their plan. in the interest of the country and its citizens. Abbas, who noted the frustration and the reservations of the Nigerian youths, said the Bola Tinubu